Hello everyone, what is going on? This is Babette at Hell 2014. Welcome to Different Doors Reversed, aka Different Doors? This is episode 4, and I know a lot of you are kind of confused with what happened in episode 3, because I know I was. They explained it to me after stream, and I have a good grasp of what the lore is. So, let me just quickly run through what happened. So, base game. Monica did everything. She deleted the world, but then she decided to bring the world back, and she wanted to make her own MC that loved her. So she tried making an MC, but Renpai would not allow that. Renpai was looking for a parent in the game. So what Monica did is Monica aged up the MC and made the MC that parent role. Now, stay with me, because that MC that Monica made that aged up into the parent role is Atomic. Monica made Atomic, and she made this whole world, and then she found code that pertained to her character, and like always, she didn't know what it did, so she ran the code and accidentally created a copy of herself. And since that copy is not chained by anything, that copy then made its own world. And that's what we're seeing today. We're in that new world, but because we destroyed the other world, the Monica from that one, aka Server Monica, aka the Monica that's in the Discord, it's a lot of stuff, is now in here. And Taro, aka Derek, who we named him, aka MC, aka whatever, is Atami. Taro's Atami, but just a younger version of Atami. Hopefully, I explained that correctly, and hopefully you guys understand. I know it's a lot. It is a lot to take in. Hopefully it'll all make sense. Hopefully I can get the idea of what's happening in this mod now. So yeah. Lore has been explained. Let's go. Yeah, it's about to get a lot more confusing now. It's about to get a lot more confusing, so strap in, because, put our big brain hats on, because, it's time to get thinking about lore. Alright, so, I've been thinking, something isn't right about this world. I mean, obviously. I know I should have control over it. I thought that too, but it's not the case. Okay, so this is Server Monica, aka the Monica from the Discord, aka the Monica from the other world that was in a weird relationship with Atomi. That crossed over because one of the Monicas warned us that if you delete the world, Renpai would load defaults for characters. So, and she warned us about how characters could cross over. So the Monica from the other one that was in the weird relationship with Tommy is now in this world because of her character crossing over. Hopefully that makes sense. It's about to get a lot more fucky, so it's a flashback to my past lore. Ah, okay. Okay, so this is the flashback. The Mary command pulls the string tight. The loose command lets them go slack. Surely if Monica created it, she'd be able to manipulate things within it? Oh yeah, if Monica created the code, she'd be able to manipulate, but she can't manipulate things within the code, because for whatever reason, it's not her code. And that version of Monica didn't make that code, therefore she can't control it. If that makes sense. Hopefully I'm right so far. Because it's about to get off the rails soon, so. Well, it's good Monica, the bad one. They have equal powers. true. But apparently they don't. One Monica doesn't have powers, while the other one does have powers. It's weird. I tried to get a perfect world, one where everyone's happy. It's based on each victim's individual desires. If Tommy forced Monica to create a world, she'd be in control of it. Regardless of who gives the orders, the script flows in favor of the creator. But she was weak against him and scared of him. I can't believe you let someone destroy the world with the full knowledge that we were in it. And Tommy wasn't as lucky as I, he's gone forever. Well, not really, because we know that Taro's a Tommy. When Monica said that Tommy had been destroying the other world, something about her seemed off. The only proof that there was ever another world wasn't her. I could accept a Tommy being created from MC's data, but the rest of the explanation is just too convenient. But if each person had a set story and they correlated to make sure nobody slipped up, it'd be easy to make anything seem believable. If only knew what actually happened. Let's go back in time and find out. Here we go. So we're going back in time to see what actually happened with something. What are we witnessing here? We're going back in time to see what exactly happened with the Monica creating MC? Or Tommy? Or is this... I am already confused. I need to read again. If only I knew what actually happened when Monica said Tommy didn't destroy the world, but proof there was another world. So what are we witnessing? I don't know. Let's just go ahead. Well, we're here. We should go with the plan. What should I do? Okay, so is this gruff and, gruff and rough Tommy? Or is this the Mormon kind of Tommy? I'm looking at his face. I think it's the rough Tommy, so let's go with that. Tell Daisuke that you created this world. I'll make it seem like I forced you into it. But why? All stories have to match. And if he believed them, then he won't fight against the new reality. I'll say that you killed your club member, and I got mad at you, and that I threatened your life unless you made everything perfect again. In order for him to accept the world, he needs to be obliged into it by that more piety he was so obsessed with. So revive the dead, make everyone get along, and erasing problems in the script. No cutting for hero. So, Tommy wanted Monica to create the perfect world because of why? Why does he want Daisuke to believe Monica so much? What were his motives to... Oh my god. I have a feeling this is going to require another after-stream explanation, because like I said, guys, the lore is gonna get crazy, so I don't know. No cutting for you, no division for Zero, etc. But just overriding the script, yes? It required an entirely separate EXE and game folder to create another world where this one still exists? Yes, exactly. Having said that, there's a residual file which could reset everything to the default parameters. We'll need the player to destroy it. Can you work your magic on that one? Of course. God, I hate doing a Tommy's rough voice. I need to make it less rough. Good girl. So you revise the script, destroy the whole file, and then... Why are we doing this out of interest? I'm so tired of this old body. If I was just Vernadsky's father or Daisuke's father, and it gives me no freedom at all. I'm stuck with the same outfit in the same location day after day. And do you really want to be with a fossil? You can be honest, I don't mind. So... What are we witnessing here? Because it says, let's go back in time and find out. Find out what? What are we seeing transpire here? Because I know this is their plan to create a new world, but why is... Does Tommy want to be in a younger body? That sounds wrong, but does the Tommy want to be put into someone else? That sounds even more wrong before. I don't know how to word it without it sounding completely wrong. So Tommy wants to create a new world because of something. Yeah, can you not freak out, computer? Okay, thanks. What's happening? Well, my computer for one is freaking out, so let me just kill the recording here. So that I can actually do something. So Atami wants to create a new world because of what? We're finding out their plan to make a new world because... Why do we want to find this out? Why do we want to see this happen? What? I don't... Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what we're seeing. I don't know the events that are happening right now. Love you no matter what you look like. That's sweet of you. But it doesn't change my mind. Going back to the plan, I only Daisuke to believe I'm the MC in order for him to assign me that role. Okay, my brain is breaking right now. My brain is trying to process. He's the protagonist, his protection can make or break my world. So, he wants Daisuke to believe he's the... Wait, so is he not the MC? Or is he the MC? He's the protagonist, his perception can make or break my world. Once the MC is officially mined, I'll automatically become younger to fit the part. And with that, youth comes freedom. I'll be able to go where I please and do what I want. I've made a copy of my spec and put it in the new world to stop him from realizing that the young version of me is still me. You just been able to drive all about doubles and make him think that I was filming his code and that would reinforce the role assignment. If you really want to experience power, I'll use the console to execute script commands for you. And I'll create buttons to force play to do what you want and still have no choice on the matter. Now that we have a plan established, let's put it into action. I've finished making changes to script. Now we just have to wait for him to realize everything has changed, then you can plant the idea in his head that this is the reality he wants to be in. Time passes. For one of told Daisuke, he now believes that this is the best reality. Okay, so that plan works. And he's accepted the duplicate Tommy as his father. My computer is... Sorry if the game's lagging, my computer is struggling right now. which is why I have an error due to being unassigned. So I'll just tell the code that I'm the MC. Okay. Okay. Did it? Yes! I feel so powerful. This is wonderful. And I'll be... Uh-oh. Out of my way. I don't need you or your power anymore. I can do everything myself. If she values her life, she'll stick to the story. I'm gonna go and find my toy. So if I count the stories as lies, that only leaves one true explanation. There was never another world. Just Spawn will always know what the flaw's fix. What? By creating the illusion of two worlds, the player now would trick into deleting something which prevent any change from being undone. So there was only one world. Okay. Okay. Mine is one, but I'll continue. The good Monica was just a real Monica, acting nice enough to gain my trust and influence my decisions. There was no two Monicas? There was only one Monica. Is what I'm getting from that. There was only the one. But MC as an NPC definitely didn't exist in the previous script, so where does he come from? And why would Monica take such effort to make me pain-free reality? That part just doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. I mean, the stuff in episode 3 made sense, but none of the stuff in this part is making sense to me at all. Maybe Monica really did create him from the day, like she said, but he's more powerful than she anticipated. Regardless, MC is a huge problem. Even the rest of my life is so calm and peaceful. I'll focus on that when I have to. And now I can just enjoy my breakfast and having a father who loves me. Okay. Why did Taro... Wait, they shouldn't be existing in the same plane. They shouldn't be existing together. Taro and Atami should not be existing together since they're the same person. So, why? Why is it... Good morning, Sunshine. What? Santaro, what did you do? Snooze through. I don't like sharing. You... And I don't want Taro to be my moniker anymore. The stupid name taken from a game. So I'll call you Kitten and you can call me Marasu. It means victory. The word stuck in Daisuke's throat, but he forced them to come, each letter escaping painfully as it tore through the barricade of anguish. You killed my father! You killed my father, Marasu. You killed my father, Marasu. Better. Enough chit-chat. You better get rid of this mess. You're gonna make me clean up this corpse? You know, all this blood will make a pretty good lubricant. Okay, sure. That's what I thought. Better go quick at the place. I'm watching you. I'll get rid of them out of the goodness of my heart. Oh? But also turned away from Daisuke, muttering to himself as he read the newly visible error message. A mod can be submitted less than 250 lines because it needs to produce at least half an hour of content. In order to fill time, the play can be sent to another person's location if everything has been covered on the current one. Alright, player. Go and check on Monica, see how she's doing. Okay. Huh? Oh, it's you. Have you come to gloat? When Tommy asked me for a spot position to reality, I was thrilled. You're tired of that, aren't you, you know? Are you guys seeing lag at all? Because, my computer's slipping the fuck out at the moment. It didn't matter what he was going to do, he wanted me to modify our world. He needed me to make him happy. I was told of a plan that required my help, and we'd already changed things by then, so I didn't know what he had in mind. You can imagine my surprise when he showed the modified script to me, and I was so happy. He'd even created a duplicate of himself with a good father to bolt it. My brain is dying. I don't know what's happening. I know I guess that was what he'd wanted all along, but I knew better. When he spoke about claiming the role of MC, I thought that he wanted to be with him properly. His age has always been a distance between us. He's forced it to be that way by persistently reminding me that I'm a junior and therefore the weaker party. And even when he kept me out of the room, I thought it was just another of our games. But when he stabbed me, when I felt an... Oh my god, look. If that was agony like it. Anyone doing to get to investigate the truth in my life would be forfeit. I know that Tommy and I are not the same are not on the same side anymore, and that means he's a threat to me too. Even the name I gave him is gone. He separated himself from me completely. When I think about it now, I wonder if we were ever equals or if he was just using me. I created Tommy as an unfold role in the character follows, so there wasn't another place available for him at the time. I couldn't give him the body of freedom he wanted. He had to be Natsuki's father if he was going to exist. And I wanted him to exist. That's so lonely. Has he always resisted me for creating him as an old man with a monotonous life? I gave him toys to play with. I did my best to make him happy. There's nothing in the code to make him want Daisuke. There might have been when he was in the father role because canonically he has a dark relationship with the daughter. But now that he's in MC's role, there's no bias towards any of the characters. The bias comes from play after all. That is true. You know, you click buttons to push me against such like, and yet even with a clean slate, he still desires Daisuke. He has complete free will now, and nonetheless has chosen a pursuit that he personally was bound to from the start. And the code was unable for me, it's locked. I can access my space room, and that's it as far as administrative rights go. That might have been why he transferred his consciousness back into the old body, and that's likely why he killed it. He doesn't want to return to his own life under any circumstances. So I'm no longer in control of my own game, and he has an entire world to play around in. This is not like the sort of thing I want to get revenge for. But he's so much stronger than me. And even though I don't power anyone, I'm still alive. Maybe I'll go and spend the time with my club members if they'll have me. Ah, of course they will. In this world, I haven't done anything to hurt them. So I still have a place to belong, even after all I've done. It's strange, but I feel like this might be the best outcome for me. Perhaps I can have the reality I was supposed to, a peaceful slice of life with my friends and brother. And this isn't affecting you, is it? Then, doesn't it feel like a happy ending of sorts? If I told you at the start that there could be a world without Daisuke's father, you'd have been thrilled, right? Yes. I don't even think there's a reason to come back here. Everything's wrapped up in a neat little bow. You asking why the new situation means you don't need to return? Think about it. You're playing this mod because things shift and alter to change to season progress. But if there's no longer direction, you'll grow bored. It's been fun. Take care of yourself, okay? Monica. Go on, everything's fine here. I've changed my mind. I really do want you. It's wasteful to neglect a working toy. And we both know how much I hate waste. So be my good girl, and I'll play with you until you break. Okay. So that's the end of that, I think.